Even as someone with over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, I was never able to consistently post long-form videos. And if you've ever tried making one, you know exactly why. The entire process to make a long-form video can take dozens of hours, which is why it was so important for me to add long-form content generation to Sage. All Sage users can now ideate, script, generate descriptions for, and even get editing done for long-form YouTube videos. Just like our short-form AI agents, our long-form agents were trained from the ground up to make engaging video content specifically for financial advisors using formats that we know work. But that's enough talk, let's try them out. First up, let's generate 5 timely long-form ideas. We'll of course turn on our Sage profiles so they're customized for what we want to talk about and go ahead and generate them. Our long-form idea output's pretty similar to what you get for our short-form idea generator with a couple key differences. Like obviously when we're making ideas and outlines for long form videos, we're going to want the actual content here to be a lot longer. So we get a hook outline and then a chapter outline that is going to be fed to the long form scripting agent, which helps it put everything together in a format that makes sense. We of course get real sources with real links that actually work if you click on them that are used to inform our timely ideas. Like obviously if they're timely, means there's other news sources that are probably going to be writing about it, which is what our AI agents go out and searches the web for. We get sources from all the major financial publications that are well respected. We make sure we put a filter on there so there's not anything coming through from sources that we would not want to reference in our actual scripts. Plus we do also pull sources from Reddit because this is a great place to see what people are actually talking about and answer real questions that people have. And then one other difference that we have between a short form and long form idea generator is that the titles for these long form ideas are written in your standard like high engagement YouTube format. So warning, when bad credit follows you, how parental decisions can crush your financial future. Or urgent, are I bonds still a good hedge against inflation in 2025? Different things like that, like the real cost of lending money. That's also a good YouTube title format. So let's see which one that we want to actually script. Let's go ahead and do this Reddit post one. Let's add this one to our video board. If you haven't seen our video board yet, it's the place where you're going to manage your entire content workflow. So we just added it to our video board, so that would appear at the top of our ideas column. If we click in here, we can see the idea title along with the idea outline / description that we have over there that we generated from the idea generator. So let's go ahead and exit out of this, go back to Content AI, and let's write a long form script for this idea. So make sure we toggle on long form, toggle on our Sage profile again to make it customized to us. Select idea from the video board. Since we just added this one to our video board idea list, it will appear at the top of our drop down list. Go ahead and click that. It will automatically fill out the video idea title and the idea details. If we wanted to add a voice memo or additional context files here, we could, just to give the AI agent as much info as we can possibly give it to write a fully fleshed out long form script. Let's assume we don't have any of that right now. Let's just go ahead and generate the script. Scripting was far and away the most time consuming and dreaded part for me when I was making long form YouTube videos, because they would take anywhere from like 5 to 15 hours just to write and finalize. So that's why I really wanted to make sure that our Sage scripting agent especially could write very high quality long form video scripts, because if we could just unlock that, it would save people dozens of hours in their YouTube workflow. Instead of taking 5 to 15 hours to write, our agent gets back to you in a couple minutes with a script that is very high quality, and in many cases, you'll have very few, if any, edits to it at all. But even if you do spend like 5 to maybe even 20 or 30 minutes finalizing the script and going through and like changing a couple things just to make sure it matches your voice, matches exactly what you want to talk about, that transforms you from the script writer who spends hours and hours and hours on this stuff to the editor who just gets the script and then gives your final pass over it before you approve it and before you actually go film it, which is super, super valuable. And here we have our outputted script for when bad credit follows you. So you see we have our hook section. Just last week, a devastating story went viral on Reddit that should terrify every parent watching this video. That is an amazing opening line that would surely captivate every single parent that's watching this video, if not every single person that decides to click on this video. So that is awesome. It goes through and follows the best practices for an engaging video hook that gets people to watch throughout the entire video. Then we have our different chapters here. So the viral Reddit case study that should scare every parent, how early credit miscues create lasting financial scars, and it just keeps on going and going and going until the call to action down here. You can see schedule a free wealth assessment call with me. That's something that I put in my Sage profile to use as one of my call to actions. And then down here you can see the references list, where again it lists real references like from ftc.gov, Reddit. That's going to be the actual story that we pulled here. That's the the basis for this video, Experian, FTC, Consumer.ftc. So you can see they're very reputable sources, again, that you're not going to feel weird about using. If you have any big structural changes that you want to make to the script, like let's say you want to add 3 more chapters, or you don't like the way a couple chapters are written, or if there's just certain writing prose that you don't like that you want changed, you could just list out your change requests down here, and the AI agent will automatically make all of these changes for you, basically do whatever you want. Let's say for now we are very satisfied with how this script looks, so let's go ahead and add that to our video board as well. And the same thing's going to happen. Let's go back to our video board. You'll see that it automatically moved from the idea column over to the scripts column because we added a script to it. So if we open up this video card here, and now we go to video script, we can now see that our full script is written inside of our video card here, and it's ready for us to record, or at least send to compliance to get approval before we record. But one thing a lot of our users want to do before sending a script for approval to compliance is to write a video description for this video so they can get the script and the description approved at the same time. So let's go back to Content AI, go to our description writer, select video from our board. Again, it's going to be at the top of the list because it's the one we made changes on most recently. It's going to put the entire video script in here so it has context on what it should be writing about. And then target platforms, obviously we're going to do YouTube long down here. And then as part of your Sage profile, you're able to put in specific compliance disclaimers, etc., that you need to include inside of your video descriptions when character limits allow. Obviously, YouTube blog forms, you should be able to put most of the disclaimers you want inside of there. Other platforms are a little bit trickier, but for YouTube long form, it'll all be included. So firm information and credentials, we'll see XYZ Advisors Inc. We use this for SEO inside of our video descriptions. So if someone searches your firm name, not only will they see your website, but they could also see a lot of your YouTube videos start to populate in those Google search results, or even ChatGPT search results, depending on where someone is searching your firm at. And then down here, compliance considerations, here's a disclaimer that we're going to want included inside of our bio. We can either choose to or to not include emojis in our descriptions. Let's go ahead and turn them off and generate descriptions. Video descriptions only take a couple seconds to generate, so let's go ahead and review what it gave us. The first line is something that we like to do with YouTube long form descriptions, and that's just basically restate the hook in a way that is a little bit different, so it has another chance of grabbing someone's attention and getting them to actually watch through the entire video and maybe even open the description a little bit more. And then down here we include kind of a summary of the video. That helps a lot with SEO. So again, if someone Googles the topic that you're talking about inside of your video has a pretty decent chance of appearing up there with those search results. And then down here we see part of where the Sage profile comes into play. So I wrote in my Sage profile that I'm a financial advisor that serves tax professionals and business owners. So that's something that includes in the description, again, for SEO purposes. And then down here, we can see our disclaimer. And then below it, we see the SEO line for our actual firm. So XYZ Advisors Inc. is a financial advisor serving tech professionals and business owners aged 35 to 55 with households. See, you get the point of it. It gets really, really specific. So if someone specifically Googles like tech professional, financial advisor, they have a decent chance of getting served our YouTube videos, our website, etc. Again, if you have any changes you want to make to this description, you can just go ahead and request them down here. Let's say this one looks good because it looks great to me. Let's go ahead and add that to our video board, and you can see what the final status of our video card would look like in the video board. It's going to stay in scripts because we didn't do anything else that would cause it to change. But if we open it, we can see our full video description down here that you can just copy and paste into YouTube when the time comes to actually post your video. But before you can post your video, you're going to have to record your video. And after you record your video, you are going to have to get it edited. It's really difficult trying to find a high quality editor somewhere like Fiverr or Upwork. So one of the main value adds that we wanted to make sure we have on Sage is video editing. So this is specifically for our production tier of users. If you are in the production tier, you can just go ahead, click on the production tab, open video editing long form, and submit your raw video file here for our expert video editing team to finalize for you. I just moved our video card over to the to edit column, so it's going to appear here. So you just select this. It's going to give the title and the full video script to our editing team so they can see exactly what they're working with here. All you have to do is add a URL that leads to your raw footage. So this is usually either a Dropbox, Google Drive link, other file transfer, website link. Please do not put a YouTube link in here. That is very difficult for our editors to access, and we will request a different file transfer link. If you have any example videos that you want to model your video after, whether that's from a different creator or whether that's another video that you made, you can paste that URL right here, and then you can choose your font, brand colors, add any editing notes you want, add any attachments you want to include inside of your video. And if you want to have our team create a thumbnail for you, you can do that as well. You can include that for one more video editing credit, and you can just upload your images and then write out any vision that you have for this thumbnail. Sage is free to try for 7 days. Start your free trial at sage.n2contentmarketing.com.